excellent line, tell any stories or amusing anecdotes that you'd like me to open, and then the line for questions will be forming over here. So, all your questions, just come right over here, guys. Here you go, guys. What's up?
Let's do some fun. Where's Jessica? What the hell?
How's everyone's Sunday so far?
Great.
You guys not be so loud. You decided to show. Yes, you can, princess. Honey, I hardly ever see you. I just want to share my just do nice with you.
Are we going to start with the round of questions? Yes, sir. So, my question is for the Wild Forest guys.
Wait, that's okay, because Amazing One's not here yet, so you know, time force will be ready in a few more minutes.
Why is a time force a long time? It's time force. So,
while you're so worried about being on time travel, time this and that, fuck it, time.
Let him speak.
So, when Disney took over production of the show in Wild Forest, was there any change in the feeling on set or anything, or was it just a very smooth transition? You didn't even notice it?
Well, for me, I had never been on a part of Calgary before this, so I don't know if there was any different. But what I did feel was different was that we didn't make appearances. We didn't come out and sign autographs and do a lot of the things that I heard other Rangers did in the past. But besides that, I couldn't honestly tell you.
Yeah, I mean, for me, this was a completely new experience for me, but it would have been nice to do like appearances, and this is my first Morphicon, this is Jack's first Morphicon, and it's just amazing. It's definitely going to be our last, that's for sure.
Wait a minute, what the applause for us to come back?
By the way, that's one thing we do. We'd like to thank Jessica for representing us in the previous Morphicons. We just didn't know about it.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, walk away nice.
So I just pop in with my 2 cents.
I just want to say thank you guys first off, because I love both of your shows, and seeing all of you guys here is like fantastic. But I wanted to ask all of you actually, because you guys have one of my favorite 2-part episodes, Reinforcements from the Future.
Hey, can I answer your question before you?
Oh yeah, no, sure.
I had an answer.
Oh, go ahead.
Because I was, Time Force was Fox, Van Dyke, and Disney came in and took over Wild Force. And so there was a difference. There was a change in pace. Unfortunately, the Disney execs weren't all that friendly when they would show up on set. It was like a hostile takeover. But it's what I noticed. And because I was closer with production, closer with the executive producers, I paid attention to a lot of how the show was put together, how it did merchandising. By the way, that whole time we were going with Power Rangers, Time Force, Wild Force, did 33% better in merchandising than all the other seasons. The show was doing really well. But the good thing about all that, during that transition, that real strange, awkward moment in the handover of the show to a new company, the cast was really cool. The cast was great to work with. Both seasons, timers and non-timers. And so that helped to make things really smooth, go or feel smooth in terms of the workflow on the set, as we had to relate to it. I'm not sure what production had to go through. I'm sure they had their own nightmares, but that's
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You guys have a question? I was just wondering, because you guys had that really epic team up where, you know, you got the both teams back. And I was always curious because at the very end, you guys like hinted at a bunch of stuff. I mean, Dan, your character had like a real relationship that was hinted at. Phil, your character started flirting with the villain for a while. I'm like, oh, where are they going to go with this? What's going on? I mean, if you could have like picked up on that, what would you have done? Like, what would you want to see come out of that episode?
I think they just made me flirt with the girl so that, like, you know, they could take the rumors away that I was gay. Because, you know, I think
those are rumors.
Yeah, those are rumors. That's true. But yeah, you know, because Jack and I, we had the first bromance on.
I remember seeing that was kind of weird. You guys are
Well, you and Jason started that, though, man.
Huh?
Didn't you and Jason start that?
You started the romance?
Yeah, I mean, you guys did Jason.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
What was the question?
What would you want to see
romance?
What would you want to see follow up on that episode? Because like it was the last time we got to see.
I thought. So,
You need a chair for this man?
I thought that they tied those two episodes up really well at the end of that season. I think it was really concise, and it was kind of, to be honest with you, from what I know about production, it was kind of their tying up the shows as a movie and as a package in the box. I mean, because they knew they were going to do this. A lot of them were going to come along to New Zealand. So it was kind of a send-off. Sense. I liked it. I mean, you know, I always think that more of me in the show is always better. That's why I want to change. And you know, by the time that Jason and I came back, we were a lot more relaxed as actors, and I think he and I started finding places to just have fun with the characters, to do fun things. And I think they allowed us to do that even in the writing, with me having some sort of interest in balancing this character. And I wish we could have had a little bit more screen time to explore that and have fun. But, you know, there's a whole bunch of us that got to get on screen and do our thing. So what they gave us was just fun.
Well, to go back to the whole gay comment, there's nothing wrong with being gay at all. I just want to make that very clear, you know, because not at all. We're human beings at the end of the day. It's all about your character. All right, that's what we do.
Okay, I got two questions. My first one is for the almighty Surgeon Shark. Yeah. How do you feel to be like the youngest character on the team and how you always got teased by the Yellow Ranger and always being called a kid? How did that just feel for you?
It was frustrating. I'm sure you've dealt with stuff like that yourself, right? You know, you can relate. Yeah, just always having to prove yourself, feeling that you're on equal standing with your teammates or your crew. So it was pretty frustrating, but we worked through it, and they respected me in the end. Cool.
Cool. My second question is for the Quantum Ranger.
Okay, well, hold on a second. Let me make sure you can hear me. There we go. What can I do for you, son?
sort of an unwanted ranger when you first got your powers?
I didn't care, I had powers.
Yeah, all about the T-Rex.
It felt great to be a Quantum Ranger, just so you know.
Okay, thanks.
I came to this line with one question, but then Ricardo showed up, and so I have two. So this is my question for Ricardo. How did you get the role of Decker? Were you asked to come back, or did you audition?
I kind of like fell off the whole industry for a little while. Started doing started doing personal training, and one day I just got a call from a friend, and they were just checking out the breakdowns, the daily breakdowns, about what was going on, and I guess they were looking for me or something. And long story short, I ended up auditioning. I had to earn it, man, you know, and that's it. That's how it happened.
Thank you. And this is for the whole cast. What Rangers would you guys like to team up with and why? If you could pick any Ranger from before your show or after it.
I'd say the original. It would be fun to go back and meet some of those guys, other than what we met already. So the original season for me.
I was going to say 10 Force, but now Jason does not want to.
Well, we already did that team.
It would be fun, yeah, to team up with some of the original Rangers. Been doing conventions with Walter, and he's a cool guy, so that would be a lot of fun. Also Nakia, she's amazing, and Kat, so yeah.
Her. She told me to say that. She's kicking me under the table right now. I think it'd be fun to team up with Johnny Young Bosch. I think that'd be pretty cool to do some martial arts fighting and kicking around in life. I wonder what that would be like.
I wanted to team up with Aaron. I wanted to team up with her. She had this.
Tell you something, it wasn't bad.
Yeah, she had this, like, you know, she had Jane type of warrior, you know, power. She's a good actress. She definitely would have pushed the envelope a little bit, maybe worked a little harder. So definitely.
For me personally, I'm kind of selfish. I would rather all of them team up with us. Yeah, I think that'd be cool for us to be the main ones, and then have them all come and join us.
BYOB.
For me, I'd say Super Samurai, the new one coming out. So, you get us old guys out there working again. You know what I mean? That'll be fun.
Well, thanks.
If I could real quick, I just want to give a little shout out to Iris over here. This lady, if you would stand up, changed all of our lives. Iris, we love you. This is our team. She's the one that helped to get us in the door and helped to put us where we are today. Iris, we love you.
The casting experience can be pretty stressful, and she helped alleviate some of that pressure by really making us feel like she was on our side while we're going through that process. Thank you, Iris.
And I swear the woman that discovered the fountain of youth, because she never ages. She always, you know, she looks like it's identical. Well, I've heard it for 10 years now, 12 years.
Absolutely.
Hey guys, how's it going? So I asked this question at the RPM SPD panel, and I got an amazing response. I want to ask you guys the same question. A couple months ago, I was watching The Avengers, and it was a great movie. But I was kind of disappointed that there was no one who kind of looked like me up there on the big screen. And I was on campus talking to some friends, and I'm like, you know, I was kind of disappointed there was no like Asian superhero up there with The Avengers. But then they flipped the question on me, and they said, Eric, are you looking for superheroes that look like you, or are you dwelling on what they do? So I want to ask you guys, should the character's gender, race, or sexuality be defining characteristic for a superhero, or should it just be something relegated to what they do instead?
If you look at just the human social history, at all of their heroes in any culture, heroes embody things that the popular culture can identify with. So yeah, it's not such a bad thing to want to be able to identify with your hero through your race and your culture and your ethnicity. I think though that as the world becomes more of a global social interaction and melting pot, which it will, you're going to find that the things you want to identify with your hero are going to be more sort of character-driven. Okay, you know what I'm saying? In terms of the struggle and how they go through their process, and those are the things that are always important to remember about how you identify with your heroes. And eventually, you'll shed that need to identify with a hero because he or she looks like you.
I guess I'll give you a more basic answer for me. I don't really look too much at the ethnicity or the color or whatever. For me, it was just simply that, for example, I love the ocean. I love, diving and stuff like that. So Aquaman was just super cool. So I think sometimes you just relate depending on what stage you are in your life. If there's a superhero who's overcome something that you might be overcoming, then maybe you can relate to them. But not necessarily the way they look. I used to love Superman, and he looks nothing like him.
I used to think I looked like Superman.
Well, I know for me specifically, I have my father's Panamanian. He's also black. My dad is Japanese and Chinese. I mean, my dad. Did I just say my dad was black? Okay, I was seeing if you guys were listening. My mom is Japanese and Chinese, so there really weren't a lot of black Asian superheroes on the screen, small screen or big screen. But that's what I like about Power Rangers was that it was ethnically diverse. So as a kid growing up, you can actually see, you can probably see, hey, I can identify with that character. But behind all that, it's just who I am. It's your ethnicity. I'm proud of it, but it's not what defines me. You see what I'm saying? So there's the flip side of that. You know what I mean? That makes sense.
Good question. Good question.
John.
Hi. My question is for everyone. What did you guys do after the show? Did you guys go to college? Did you guys have other work? Did you do other stuff?
What did I do? I continued to pursue acting. I have a family now. I got a little baby boy who's over there. Still doing the acting thing, and just trying to make it happen.
Likewise, right after the show, I just started basically auditioning again, trying to land other parts on other shows, and thank God I've been very blessed, and I've been on different shows since then, and continue to.
I was a little depressed after it ended because, it was like the happiest time of my life, and then it just gets over. So I don't know, I was depressed for a minute. I took a vacation for like a month or two in Thailand. Got perspective. And then I came home and I just started grinding again. And then, 10 years later I got a call again. But it's literally, I haven't done much since, a couple films here and there. But this business is tough, man. If you could work one day, let alone on a show, on a series, is just a blessing. So, that's what I've been doing since. Started a little side business, personal training, and that's what I do.
I got to be really good friends with an Irish fellow named Jameson. Showed me how comfortable the gutter can be when you sleep. I'm kidding. I did actually finish up getting a degree after the show, but that's something I've always been working on. I ended up working after the show on a few big films. The New World as a coordinator. I had a chance to work with James Cameron on Avatar as a stuntman. I continued on in my career both as a stuntman and an actor, but the biggest development for me after the show was my web series that's out now called Divergence. I co-created with my business partner now, who's also the director and writer, and we're doing really well. It's getting great reviews. The first 6 episodes are out. Go check it out at whatisdivergence.com and see what I was up to after my Ranger years.
When I got the show, I took a leave of absence from getting my master's degree. So after the show, I went back and got my MBA. I also designed my own line of Audrey Hepburn-inspired swimsuits. You can find them at rayswimwear.com. And I'm co-executive producing a web series that some of you might have participated in the past couple days called No Nerds Here. Very much inspired by my last Morphicon, actually. And you guys can find out about that at nonerdshere.com, and hopefully you'll see yourselves in it. Thank you, Jason. Jason is actually in the web series.
After Power Rangers, I continued on and done several commercials, and of course, for those of you who've seen Deadliest Warrior, or some of the stuff on the History Channel that we've done. I played Alexander the Great a couple of times.
Yeah, I was in that too.
I killed Dan on that. And I've done a lot of print work. I've been fortunate on the modeling side, so I've done a lot of print stuff. So you'll see me in different things. I'm in the back of the Cheez-Its box right now, for example. So I've done a lot of different print stuff. Yeah. I also got married after the show. I have 2 little girls. Not to each other. And that's it. I have 2 little girls, and jasonfont.com is where I keep up all my updates in terms of all our appearances and what I've been doing, and all the print stuff that I've done as well. So
I had
check it out.
Jason to marry me. Check it out. Check it out at what? Say it again.
It's jasonfont.com, which is where all the stuff is.
jasonfont.com, coming right at you.
I also wanted to know if you guys have read any interesting books lately.
Yes. I've read any interesting books lately. I read this great trilogy by something Baker called The Darkness That Comes Before. Great trilogy.
I have a 20-month-old son, so I read Good Night Moon.
Real quick, just Scott was going to answer that question there. He's got a lot of stuff that he's doing, so we cut him off by accident.
We love you, Scott.
Yeah, right. These guys are very sick of me telling them what to do. In case you know, I came from both panels. I'm Scott Baker. I did the show from the beginning till the end in America. When I finished the show, I did a couple pilots, did music for a few things that didn't go as well as we would like, but that's okay. I did a few anime shows that I directed and produced and wrote and did some voices in, and now I'm at Mattel, in charge of voices and writing music for the toys and looking for a Superman voice right now, so I'm talking to all these guys about helping me out. So,
When I read, sometimes I fall asleep. So I don't really do that much. But I like to watch a lot of TV.
No, I can't say that. What do you watch that?
Rock the Bride. Yeah. I love Ancient Aliens. I like watching shows like that. Documentaries and stuff.
I guess I'm
Tosh Bueno. Before you go to bed, the best thing to do, watch Tosh Bueno because, go to sleep happy, you laugh. That's a pretty good way to go to sleep.
I would have to say that I'm like Ricardo. I tend to doze off when I start to read, and I think we all read a lot when we're reading our scripts or whatnot. So I actually been hearing a lot lately about that 50 Shades of Grey. I'm looking for somebody to read it to me.
Anyone do audiobooks? Audiobooks? Yeah, I'm about that because traffic in LA is ridiculous, so that's a fun little thing to do. Audiobook, Tipping Point, The Life of Pi. They're making a movie out of it. Yeah.
There's this great book by Joseph Dina. He's a molecular biologist called Brain Rules. Awesome book. 12 different ways to understand how your brain works with doing stuff. Add that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
First, I'd just like to thank all of you guys for being here, because I think I speak for everyone here when I say it's just really awesome to see you guys in person. So thanks so much for coming down to
You're coming all the way from Singapore.
Oh, wow. By the way, your shirt is awesome. Thanks. Show everybody your shirt. How awesome that shirt is.
Maybe not really.
Quantum Ranger. Yeah. Go get him, girl. And by the way, the name of that author was R. Scott Baker, The Darkness That Comes Before trilogy. Great trilogy, sorry.
Yeah, I just have two questions for everyone there. The first one, I think you've heard it loads of times before, but so sorry if you have. How similar or different do you think you are from the characters you play in the show?
Great question. Super different. I am night and day compared to my character, which is what made it so much fun to play. Starting from the glasses, starting to how aggressive and passionate I am. I just played a very, very different side of who I really am. Sorry, I got excited with that question.
I was pretty similar. I mean, I've grown up though, as of late, in 10 years, but yeah, it's pretty similar. It was fun to play.
I pretty much identify with Decker. The dark side. I'm on the dark side, so you guys know. Yeah, I pretty much embrace that. I had a lot more fun playing Decker than Cole. It's because,
it's fun to play a bad guy.
Grumpy and wake up, Grumpy still work Grumpy, not smile all day and just be hateful.
When I got the role of Eric Myers, I was going through a phase in my career, in my life, where I was pretty much fighting to get everything that I wanted. I worked hard all my life to get where I was. And so I really identified with that character who was fighting for his whole character arc to get to a place where he could understand what a little peace of mind would be like. And that was his transformation that he made. So I identified a lot with that character. There's a good 80% of my own personality in that character. It's different now for me. If I play that character again, I might play him a little bit different, but not much. So.
I was pretty similar to my character. My character was a college student. I was a grad student. My character cooked for all the Power Rangers. I love to cook.
She does good for us.
For you on set. What else? Oh, my character, she had the episode with her dad where he didn't want her to go to school. My parents in real life didn't want me to be an actress. They were right.
No, he meant that he didn't want her to be.
It is a hard life, but I love it. So yeah, I was pretty identical to Alyssa in relay.
I would say with mine, with Wes and Alex, Wes is spot on who I am. Other than growing up very wealthy, that's definitely different. But Wes hit a lot of chords with me, so that was a lot of fun to play. A lot of people ask me which one did you for sure it was Wes. But of course, with every character you play, there's pieces of you that you can tap into for each character. And that's part of the fun of doing that, is kind of discovering how you get there and finding those pieces that will bring you to that person. But Wes, yeah, Alex, not so much.
Thanks a lot. Yes.
Thank you.
Sorry, I have one more question. This one Scott can answer it as well. I was just wondering, like, given how similar or different you are from your characters, like, what was hardest about the particular role, and what was unexpectedly easy?
Doing ADR.
That's it, Sean.
You're all sick.
He's gonna sit next to me. Listen, we both start throwing fisticuffs. Don't worry, it's just love.
What was the question we lost in Ferdinand as usual? Makes everyone lose their train of thought. What was it again?
Sorry, can I ask one of the previous question?
Oh yeah, the hardest thing about working on Power Rangers?
Yeah, before that, can I ask one of the previous question?
Yeah.
Hi, I'd love to ask you, how similar or different do you think you were from Rancid? I mean, I'm really interested to hear from you.
Oh, you're asking me?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't come here to answer questions. I just want to be a bloody nuisance. That's normal, right? What was it like to play Rancid?
How similar or different are you as a person from your character Rancid?
Should we answer that for you?
What was it like to, I didn't quite get the question.
She's asking me how similar you were to your character.
Oh, how similar I am to the character. Yeah, well, we never had one, so it'd be nice. Especially doing looping. I'm not anything like the character, really. That's the good, great thing about hit me again, you son of a bitch. It's when acting is great because you can play things that in normal life you would love to be, but you aren't. And the nice thing about it is that when you do all the things you do as a character, when it's over, everybody gets up and says, "That was so cool, man, that was really great," you know, and they wipe the blood off and you do it again. You know, if you're in a pub and you do the same thing, they usually carry him out with scripture. So no, I'm not like the character. However, if you'd like to step outside for 5 minutes, I would be.
Alright, thanks for that. Should I repeat the question for the rest of you guys? I was just asking, what was the hardest thing about your characters, and what was unexpectedly easy, given how similar or different you are from them?
What was the hardest thing about my character? Wearing that bloody costume. Just a little funny aside, the second time they put it on me, I went into the toilet in my supposed trailer, which was a 3x4 toilet, and got trapped.
Oh, wow.
And they actually had to dismantle the wall to get me out.
Wow.
That was the hardest part of that character, was wearing that costume.
Well, it's pretty hard because it's hard to get the ego out.
Well, you could say it's like a
I love it.
Just like the old days.
Get right up here. So are we going to the rest of us answer that question? The hardest, the easiest part for me was the action. That's what I do. The hardest part was the acting. And the even harder part was working with this guy.
Freezing That was hard. Easiest part was getting myself over to craft services to eat all the food.
Yeah, the hardest part for me was we would have literally 6 a.m. call time, so getting up that early every day was new to me. And then, of course, I was getting acclimated to when we did do our own stunts, especially towards the middle end of the year. Just learning how to properly fight 12 guys. I'm usually used to fighting like 6. 12 was a challenge, and of course, the Smartland, we're all such good friends, and you really want to be careful. And when you're not trained for that, you can really hurt someone. And just learning how to properly do that.
When he says 12, it just means me.
I think we're running out of time, so thanks, guys.
Alright, how did it feel like to be in the suits?
They were good. I mean, they were during when we had them on. It was they were very breathable.
I don't know what suit you were wearing.
They did special favors for me.
This is my suit. This is the actual suit.
Oh, wow.
So I commend you all who are actually wearing suits right now. Jacob, right there.
I gotta tell you, I'm getting flashbacks every time I see one of you walking around in them suits. I go, oh my god. Helmets, why are they doing that to themselves?
It's cool. How did you get a suit and I didn't get anything? I got a Ralph one you can buy at Tons of Us. Exact same one.
You got one of these fans.
I see people wearing helmets and like everything. They didn't even get a reunion episode.
Actually, for me, to be honest with you, I didn't get to wear the suit as much as you would think, and yeah, I guess it was custom made, and I felt pretty good in it. The only thing was the helmet. The helmet was kind of hot, but besides that, I was pretty comfortable.
I'd have to agree with my man Jack there. Yeah, the suit was tight, the helmet was hot.
Awesome. How were you guys able to film all 14 episodes of both Time Force and Wild Force in such little time, last in a few months?
12-hour days, 6 days a week.
And the magic of that man over there in the sound booth afterwards, and Koichi Sakamoto and his great action team.
Woo!
Okay, one of my favorite team-ups is Reinforcements from the Future. And my favorite scene from that was Jen's appearance, because that's just freaking awesome. And I want to know, what did you guys enjoy the most about Reinforcements from the Future?
You know, when that scene happened, I looked at that, I was there when they were shooting that, and I went, why did she get the cool entrance?
Pretty elaborate, yeah, pretty Princess Leia-esque.
I really enjoyed
Do your walks.
Woo!
Of course, I'd have to do mine. Back again, Red Ranger.
This is for Time Force Red. What was it like?
Which one? Which red are you talking about? Not me.
If I met the guy with the giant car crunching dinosaur, I would have said Quantum Ranger.
Thank you for clarifying that. Just ready to go whenever I hear red.
No, I want to talk to the guy with the cool spaceship.
Oh.
Yes, he's got a full spaceship, but I have the cool rocket ship. But that's okay.
Anyway, what was it like going from like million dollar stuck up guy to carry a guy who lives in the clock tower to policeman?
Well, it was a lot of fun. I mean, we had the sets were very elaborate. It was fun playing the different characters. Like I said before, Wes I'm closest to. That's more who my real personality is. But it was fun. I mean, again, one of the great things about being on the show that you can all probably attest to is, you know, one day we're filming in a mansion, the next day we're out in the desert. One day we're by a pool. So it was always so much fun because we were always doing something together. It's a lot of fun.
Cool.
And thank you for being such a great man.
Hey, what's your name, buddy? I'm gonna come find you.
I have a quick question for Dan. In episode 5 of Divergence, you make a little reference to the year 3000.
Yes.
I want to know if that's a deliberate thing.
That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool that it happened that way. It's interesting that you say that.
But it wasn't hard to do, you know what I mean? Because he made it really easy for me.
Thank you.
My question goes to all of the Rangers. If you could cosplay as any Ranger besides your own, who would you want to be?
Quantum Ranger.
I have to share with Cole, because he seems to get all the attention.
I have to pass mine because I'm happy with my characters. I was Red, and I'm Decker. I'm on both sides, so good. That's getting better.
I got nothing to say. I wasn't a Ranger, so which one would I rather be?
What villain?
What villain would I rather be? I don't know, there was this guy called Rancid, which was pretty cool. I think I'd rather be him. He had a lot of fun, he had all the women. Nobody really knows what went on in my house, I didn't have a wife.
Sometimes I fantasize about being the Pink Ranger.
I would also be the Quantum Ranger.
I don't know. I guess I'd have to go back to no, I wouldn't. They all know I want to say me, but I'm not going to. No, I would say I'd say being Jason David Frank. I think that was a fun character. He's gotten a lot of attention, did a great job, and I think that would be something fun with me.
You know the Brontosaurus Rex eats the dragon sword. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, honey.
Okay, that was our last question, so a great big round of applause to all our guests today.